All right, guys, so we're doing the hard cab on the XTR X2 build. Bill's up there working on the stereo in the front, so I'm going to hold off on the windshield, and I'm actually going to start with the rear panel for the X2. This is what's in the box. You got the actual rear panel. You have for the trim pieces for the pillars, the upper and lower pieces. I believe these go on the, it's like a jam, kind of like what they give you with the hard cab. This piece goes here, and the lower pieces, I believe, go down here. It gives you all the hardware, the bolts, the clips. There's some push pins, but you can see on here, there's a rubber on top and bottom. This is glass, I believe. Yeah, it's tempered glass with the rear slider. So I'm gonna get into these instructions. I believe it says to pull the roof. I actually remember when I did the X4 full cab, I was able to loosen the roof without taking it off, and Bill does have the speaker pods already installed. So I'm gonna try to do it with just loosening the brackets to the roof enough so I can slide everything up under the roof. So we'll see what we get into here. That's about it. Okay, so reading the instructions, basically what you do is you put the pillar moldings on. You have a top piece and a lower piece. They give you little plastic rivets that push into the door jamb. One here, one here, one on the back side of the lower piece, and you have two bolts that are already there in the top of the door jamb here. So basically you get them in place, secured by the rivets. Then they give you metal clips that you push on. You have 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3 on the sun top, and then you have 3 going down the sides, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So basically, next we're gonna set the back window in place, and then it's all gonna get bolted in via those. And there's also pre-installed welded nuts on the ROPs of the machine that will also help hold the back part of the cab in. There's like, I believe, 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, and 1 on the other side. So, all right, let's get it bolted in place. Okay, we got the back glass or the back cab enclosure all bolted up. It basically gets 3 bolts on the side that go into the self-retaining clips that you installed earlier. There's 3 along the top that get bolted from the inside. And then you have these 2 here are threaded into the ROPs itself. And then these 2 on the ends also go through tabs that are welded on the ROPs, but they get nuts on the back side. So it looks pretty sweet. It has the slide rear window. There's felt. It's a little stiff and needs worn in a little bit, but other than that, it looks really, really cool. So we're gonna get into the doors and the glass windshield here next, and we'll show you that stuff. Okay, we got also included with the hard cab on the X2, we have the glass windshield from Yamaha that has the wiper and the windshield washer kit with it. This is basically it unboxed. Got the glass windshield, the pillars that it mounts to and seals up against, all the stuff, the brackets, the hardware, the tank, the pump, the hose. Everything here. I already actually did a video of the install on the X4 hard cab of the glass windshield. So basically I'm just gonna go ahead and mount it and just do a quick overview. You can check out Wolverine Nation's YouTube channel for the full install video of the glass windshield for X2, X4. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the windshield. We got they give you support brackets that go behind the dash. They get bolted in. Like I said, this is all my install video for the X4 windshield, which is all the same. The only thing I did find I wanted to point out in the directions for the X2 glass windshield, the only thing different is stock, it comes with this big heavy duty rubber for the X4, which is on here. You pull that off if you're running an X2 and you put the small rubber. Must be something a little different on the sun top. So that's the only other thing that is different from the X4. So we're gonna go ahead, we got everything, the side pillar mounts bolted in. We have our hoses ran through, so we're gonna basically just bolt it in. with the supplied hardware. And like I said, check out Wolverine Nation's YouTube channel for the full video install of the glass windshield for a more detailed install. All right, guys, we got the glass windshield bolted in place. It's held in with 4 nuts in these insert brackets on each side. There's 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom on both sides. But basically, you just have one plug here, and you hook up your windshield washer hose. If you turn the key on, they have backlit switches. They have a low and high speed setting. And then this is your windshield washer. So that's that. And like I said earlier, we do have a full install video of the X2, X4 glass windshield on Wolverine Nation's YouTube channel. The last thing we got to mount today are the doors for the hard cab. So we got both doors. They come with keys. The rest of the tracking door jamb, some weather stripping, and the hardware. It looks like they give you new latches for it. So we're going to get all that mounted up, and I can't wait to see what it looks like all done. Okay, so we're prepping to get the doors on the X2, the hard cab. The door frame goes on. There's actually one piece, because you already have this part on with the back glass enclosure. So this is all one piece. It's actually like puffed out or machined out or whatever, made to fit over top of the clamps that hold the stereo that Bill just mounted in. So that's nice. So it does accept without any modification. So it's pretty good, you know, and thought out. But there's push clips. I believe there's 3 on the bottom, and then there's 2 on the top of each one. And then you're held to your rear section with a rivet. And then at the top, you'll see there's a rubber that goes the whole way along for a nice good seal at the top. So other than that, they do give you new latches that you have to bolt up for the new doors. So we got them in place. So the only thing that's left to do is take the hinges off the factory doors, and they get reused on the new doors. So we'll get them bolted up and see how it looks. All right, so we got the doors bolted on. Basically, you use your same hinges that you take off your factory doors, same bolts, and it gives you a plate that goes on the back side of the door. So all that's reused. Definitely gives it a cool tactical look. Definitely changes the complete look of the machine. Some pretty heavy duty hinges with a keyed lock. Handles pops open. You have a slider door with a lock on the window. Slider on the window. It locks there, and then you have a lock there. So it keeps it nice and tight. The inside, you have a lock. Like I said, they do give you keys for the outside, so you can basically keep this thing all locked up, keep your valuables in there, and everything should be safe. But it's metal frame with a plastic shell, and it seals within this liner. You know, it has a rubber the whole way around here, you can see, so it seals nice and tight. But definitely gives it a different look, and pretty cool from the inside of the cab being all sealed in there with the glass windshield in the rear. Can't wait to get this thing out and get the heat cranked up and see how comfortable it gets inside. But so that's pretty much it for our build for right now. We're waiting on a few more parts. The push bar, Yamaha's new push bar should be coming to us soon. Like I said, there's some new features on that, and then we'll finish mounting the light pods. We're thinking about maybe doing a pretty cool graphics kit that goes up the door and you know, into the bed to maybe give it a pretty cool look. But overall, we're happy with it. It's definitely a pretty cool, neat looking machine.